Now, they're able to help you with your heating and air conditioning as well. Select Plumbing has recently expanded into residential heating and air, and they're excited to bring this new service to their complete list of plumbing services. Call to book an appointment today at 402-560-6197 or go to selectplumbinginc.com, serving Lincoln, Seward, Milford, and the surrounding areas. Are you looking to get into the electrical construction industry or wanting a new scene? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today. Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road.
With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you don't just get a great workout, you get a great perk out because your membership is packed with perks. For $1 down and $24.99 a month, you'll get perks like access to any of our 2,400 clean and spacious locations. Bring a friend anytime and both work out with tons of equipment that'll give you that big fitness energy. Relax in the Black Card spa and more. Work out and perk out with the PF Black Card. Join for just $1 down and $24.99 a month.
Hurry, deal ends June 14th. Join now, online or at your local PF Club.
See Home Club for details.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. Spring is here, summer is fast approaching. With weddings, vacations, and weekend getaways on your mind, do not let car issues prevent you from getting where you need to be. Car problems shouldn't be something that you put up with. Let us get you back on the road in comfort and safety. We diagnose all makes and models from Porsches to Hondas, Toyotas, and Chevrolets. We fix a variety of issues with all of them with our talented techs and our experienced staff. A1 Automotive at 11th and L, downtown Lincoln, always honest answers.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions. Play ball!
Ready to unleash the fun with Salt Dogs Baseball? Join us at Haymarket Park for 50 action-packed games running through August. Stay ahead of the game by visiting saltdogs.com for updates on exciting promotions, giveaways, and events happening each week. Experience a change-up from your typical family night, or make it a Grand Slam good time with friends and coworkers.
Strike three, you're out!
Don't miss the fun happening all summer long. Visit saltdogs.com to get your tickets and unleash the fun.
On the Block with Strick and Austin.
When you look at Nebraska baseball, I mean, a 40-win season, best pitching in the Big Ten, above average offense for the Big Ten. You go to regionals, far and away the best pitching staff, but a good half a run below even the third worst offense in that regional. When you look at Nebraska baseball, is that a program that needs to improve the pitching first or the lineup first to be able to make more of a dent in the postseason?
Weekdays from 2 to 4 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. This is On the Block with Strick and Austin. Nebraska Basketball Hall of Famer and 9-year NBA vet, Erick Strickland.
Strickland for three! And you're going to go out of here as the Big 8 tournament champion.
Middle school basketball coaching legend and Duke basketball shooting coach in his mind, Austin Orman. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Presented by NEPCO. This is On the Block with Strick and Austin.
Welcome in. We are out here at Haymarket Park, the first of, I believe, 3 installments of BP with DP, courtesy of our friends at the Lincoln Salt Dogs. Really appreciate them for having us out. Charlie Meyer getting us set up here in the suites. Really appreciate it. The air is on. They're cooling us down. It is hot. It is sticky outside. By the time you have first pitch tonight against Gary South Shore, it should be a beautiful night for baseball. First game of a 3-game set tonight for the Lincoln Salt Dogs back at home. Come join us. Tickets available. You can find them online if you ask nicely enough. Maybe you can stop by the station and pick up some tickets. I don't know. I'm just gonna throw that out there for tonight's game. I'm Austin Norman, seated to my right here in the studio, or not the studio, in the suite, Mr. Erick Strickland. Stricky, you loosened up? You limber? Are you ready to take some cuts?
Yeah, I am and I ain't, because it's hot as a spicy bratwurst.
Ooh.
right now. It's hot
Mm.
with some jalapenos and stuff. Yeah. I don't know if Stricky ready to get out there. Body ain't loose. The body don't work the same. The wind ain't blowing in my direction. So I might let Austin Orman take my place today, and I just hold it down right here on the block.
We will have to see.
We'll see.
We will keep you posted on the plan when we figure out exactly what the plan is. My guess is we are, probably about 45 minutes, maybe an hour away from taking any swings down here on the field. I want to thank our friends at Nebco, obviously deeply involved with the Lincoln Salt Dogs. It's been a blast having them as a sponsor of the show. Nebco and Constructors, hiring for all positions with immediate job openings for laborers, mechanics, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. Join the crew today. Be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. Laborers starting at $23 and up based on experience. You can learn more by visiting nebcoinc.com. All right, Stricky, first item of business today. We flash back to last night. The San Francisco Giants and the St. Louis Cardinals wearing throwback jerseys playing at Rickwood Field down in your home state of Alabama. A pretty cool moment for Major League Baseball to go play at that park, all the history that it holds there. The bummer is that Willie Mays was going to be unable to attend even before his passing. So the fact that he wasn't able to be there wasn't, we weren't expecting him anyways. And with the passing, obviously that took that completely out of the equation. But to still go there to be able to honor him was pretty cool. But that got me thinking, we don't see Major League Baseball play a whole lot of neutral site games. They added, the Field of Dreams game over in Iowa in the cornfield that was really well produced the last couple years. And that's really it. The Royals and Tigers played a game at Charles Schwab Field a handful of years ago. But other than that, and outside of the COVID-shortened year, we haven't seen baseball do that like we have, college basketball, like we've seen the NBA go overseas more and more, and especially the NFL with the games in London, with the games in Mexico, soon expanding to, Germany they've played in, Brazil, Australia on the horizon. Are you okay with baseball playing the majority of its games in its home stadium? Do you think they're missing an opportunity by not going to more places? Where do you fall on that?
Well, it's definitely understanding because of the history here in this situation. But again, a lot of the historic fields are not there anymore.
True.
So that's where you possibly lose out on that aspect. I think that would be really cool to have like intimate atmospheres in old historic parks that would be available. But a lot of that is not there at this time. I remember when I was playing with the Marlins, we did our mini camp at the in Delray Beach, and it's the old Bucky Dent facility. So it was a model of what Fenway is.
That's right.
So you had the wall, and it looked just like it. You had to do that. I mean, it wasn't set up even like Haymarket Park to be able to field a lot of fans in there, but it was cool to be able to just practice and play and hit and BP and all of that in there, and do some scrimmages and stuff like that. That was pretty cool. But there's not a lot of even stuff like that out there. So
right.
I think it would be cool from a standpoint of expanding the game from a historical standpoint. I like going to like Schwab and just different places like that to just expand the game. But this is why they have spring training. A lot of the time they go to the spring training facilities. It gives those places an opportunity to come to a different location and experience. But it's not obviously a major league setting, and you can't duplicate the stadiums. Get in, and let's be real, it's definitely at the end of the day about the bottom line, about it's about the dollar. So
right,
it makes it tough.
It absolutely does. And that's where, if Major League Baseball is going to play more of these neutral site games, it's not going to be because of the bottom line. It's going to be more altruistic and maybe more big picture, because I think baseball, even more than some other sports, could afford to do. I mean, think about the NFL. You have 8 or 9 home games. You got to give one of those up to go play somewhere else. In the NBA, you have more. You got 41 home dates at the very least, but you still got to give one up. That's a much higher percentage than, one game or 3 games out of 81.
Yeah.
The math works out to where I think baseball has a great opportunity to go play at more neutral sites. And to your point, maybe not as many of the historical venues are still standing, which is a bummer. But I think the easy answer to that is once a year, play a home series at one of your minor league stadiums.
Yeah.
The week that they're on the road, that's community engagement. That's fan engagement. That's fan service. It's connecting with a different group of fans. And I get it. It's not going to be, exactly major league facilities. It's going to be a bit of a flashback and maybe a pain in the butt for some of these players that, thought they made it out of the minor leagues for a reason. And they're loving the high life of living in Major League Baseball. But if they can't take 3 days to be there, the fans have cheaper tickets, access. I think the players would need to be made available for autographs, or at least a few of them for a meet and greet, with the fans in these minor league communities, because we know with the Salt Dogs here, the closest thing to a pro team that Lincoln has, really, when you think about it, we know how much this ballpark, this Lincoln Salt Dogs organization means to Lincoln. It rallies behind it. They support it. They appreciate it. And the Salt Dogs have put on a great show for a while now here in the capital city. If a major league team, were to go where the passion is so high in these minor league communities that depend so much on their community to stay afloat, major league teams, to some degree, finance their minor league teams, but there's often a big disconnect, right? It's not very often that single A, double A, triple A, and the major leagues all feel like one system in one family. It's in name only. It's an umbrella. There's not always a lot of connection. So I think Major League Baseball could create some more fans of people who know that the kid just out of college or just out of high school that they're hosting in their house. Yeah. His goal is to make it to that level, but they might not know the second thing about the Royals or the Tigers or the Marlins or whatever. I think there's a great opportunity there for Major League Baseball to build goodwill and build fandom just by simply, rotating through your 3 major or minor league farm system teams on a rotating basis.
Well, I think you're on to something from a standpoint of the community engagement, because you got, let's be real about it. Whenever someone's get called down to excitement or somebody's on injury and they're kind of go back to the minor league just to get back into shape or get back into a rhythm, so forth and so on, or they're struggling and they need to go down and maybe just get a little bit more work, the fans get excited. Mm-hmm. And you probably, I think if you really tracked it, you would find that a lot of fans would show up in those days when those players are there or those pitchers are there on assignment. Just imagine what it would be like if you brought the whole team. So I think that you're on to something there. And I think you do it on a rotation basis. I think you go all the way down the cycle, one series a year, like you said, all the way through to make that connection to the AAA. Probably start with AAA and work down to double, go to your single A, your long season and your short season facilities, and do it while the other team is on the road, or do it when it's an off day for them. And the reason being is because, and there's not many off days in baseball, period. but that way you can either allow that interaction and inspiration, those communications. And because I remember even in spring training when we were there, we rarely got an opportunity to interact with the majors, with those players. They were off in a different facility. We were off we're in the back of the bus, basically. We're in the side facilities and all of that. We didn't have all the amenities they had, and for a reason, but I think that would be a good way for them to be able to, if they can work it out, maybe have a minor league wide off day for the teams that are playing, to allow them to be able to interact and watch and observe and see the professionalism and have conversations. What is it? What can I do better? Get to watch them up close and personal, because you're not going to get to see them because you're playing just as much as they are in most cases, outside of the fact that you may have a day game and they have a night game where you can watch, but it's rare.
Yeah, I like that idea, maybe even more than schedule when they're on the road. Like you said, if there's not that interaction, give them a day off. Or you could do it this way, right? Play a minor league game before the major league game, JV varsity sort of setup. Or what baseball could do to make it an event would be have, 4 teams play at their minor league site any given day have an 11 o'clock game, a 2 o'clock game, a 5 o'clock game, and an 8 o'clock game, all running on your national TV network. Guess what? You can make a day of it saying, hey, here are 4 teams that we're choosing to feature that are on the road at one of their minor league facilities, and make an event out of it, right? That's what the NBA has done so well. It's what the NFL has done better than maybe any league, is create events, give people a reason to tune in. Yeah. Baseball's trying some of that again with Field of Dreams and with the Rickwood game, but it just doesn't have maybe the same impact. I think it's not as built up because of how long the season is. But I think baseball could tease us at the start of the year, 2 weeks ahead of time, a week ahead of time. There's so many avenues for cool content to be made. I absolutely think there's a way for baseball to integrate that. Al on the text line says, Kansas City and Minnesota should play one series in Omaha once a year, home of the College World Series. That would be fantastic. I also,
but why not Chicago
or Denver or something like that. Yeah. But regardless of who it is, it goes back to the conversation you and Nick were having at Blur on Wednesday. The MLB draft needs to be held around the College World Series. And guess what? Bring any two major league teams. I don't care if they're picking first and second or 29th and 30th in the draft. Bring them to Omaha. Have them play a game on a rotating basis because, again, it's an opportunity for fans to get to meet them. It's a new environment for the college guys to get to meet pros. Make an event of it.
Mm-hmm. And that would be a wholesome event because if you're a baseball fan, period, you're there in Omaha to support your team, your university, and all of that. But to be able to have the opportunity to also see a major league game in the midst of it as well, because the later you get right into the series, like as we're getting into now, we're getting into the championship rounds. Those games aren't until later in the afternoon,
right?
So you could have a major league game at 1 o'clock or so, an earlier game, and I bet you everybody would show up. Because those fans are just sitting at home or in their hotel or at Blur events or wherever they are waiting for their team to play in those afternoon games. What is it, like usually 3?
Yeah, 2:33 somewhere in there. Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe you could have an earlier game, 11 o'clock game for the pros. I don't know how you could do it, but I think that would be cool. While those fans, I'm sure they would love to go see. Royals are playing really well right now, and maybe the Cubs. Somebody that they probably wouldn't have an opportunity. The Twins, maybe, or anybody like that.
Well, and think about it too. The two teams that are playing in that Omaha game or that Omaha series, if it's the same night as the draft, how cool would it be for one of the players from each team to be the one handing the jersey to the team's draft pick? Just another little moment, present meets future, something like that.
Yeah, because you've got to figure out, facts. You got to figure out a way to market your brand.
Your brand, yeah, your team and yourself.
If you stay in the traditional mold of the brand, then yes, it's marketability. Yes, college viewership of baseball is, it's getting strong and better, and you like that. But how can you tie it in and get a bridge gap that helps, to transition it into the next level? And that's what you're hoping to do.
A couple of other things from the text line before we take our first break of the show. Big Bird, back in the day, the Royals used to come up to Omaha to play the Omaha Royals. Yes, they did. Again, once every 3 years. Do that. It's fun. It's cool. It's different. It's exciting. But even more than that, I'd rather see a major league game than a scrimmage, right? Because you get that on the backfield at spring training. And John Cortland brings up Bob Gibson. Why not make it a Cardinals-Royals series? Again, I'm not going to quibble over who the two teams are. It really doesn't matter to me. I get the Bob Gibson connection, right? Being from Omaha, one of the greatest prep athletes to come out of Omaha, and then going down and play for the Cardinals. But it absolutely doesn't matter who it is or really where it is. There's just a lot out there for Major League Baseball to potentially take advantage of. He's Strick. I'm Austin. This is On the Block, brought to you by Nebco. We'll tell you more about how you can get your new career started today in a little bit. When we return, which NBA teams have cap space? Which ones don't? Which one have interesting decisions to make when it comes to the two tax aprons that are still relatively new to the league? Who's going to buy in free agency? Who's going to sell? We'll pick Erick Strickland's brain about that next.
For the second year, the Nebraska Lottery's NASCAR Powerball Playoff promotion has roared into our state, and the excitement is throttling up. Until June 24th, buy a Powerball ticket with Power Play and Double Play. Enter the voucher number, and you could be one of 15 Nebraska winners of $1,000 and the chance to win a VIP trip to the NASCAR Cup Series Championship weekend, plus a shot at $1 million. Enter today. Powerball top prize odds 1 in 292 million.
Sandhills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs.
Husker fans, the 2024 Nebraska football season is right around the corner, and they need your support in Memorial Stadium this fall. You can now purchase a Husker football 3-game mini plan for only $170. This plan includes tickets to the UTEP or Northern Iowa, plus Illinois or Rutgers, and either UCLA or Wisconsin games. Tickets are only available while supplies last. To purchase your Husker football 3-game mini plan today, or for more information, visit huskers.com/tickets. Go Big Red.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC. And right now they are offering huge, and I mean huge discounts at Koppel. Get over $9,000 off list price or 1.9% financing on select Sierras or Silverados. Plus, Costco members receive another $1,000 off. Yes, that's happening right now on Louisville. $9,000 off list price or 1.9% financing. You pick what works for you. Costco members, please contact us at the store or at KoppelCars.com. All deals with approved credit must trade and finance.
Are you looking to get into the electrical construction industry or wanting a new scene? The electrical workers of local union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. Spring is here. Summer is fast approaching. With weddings, vacations, and weekend getaways on your mind, do not let car issues prevent you from getting where you need to be. Car problems shouldn't be something that you put up with. Let us get you back on the road in comfort and safety. We diagnose all makes and models from Porsches to Hondas, Toyotas, and Chevrolets. We fix a variety of issues with all of them with our talented techs and our experienced staff. A1 Automotive at 11th and L, downtown Lincoln, always honest answers.
Vershawn Jackson, the captain here for The Body Shop. And man, did they hook me up with a great massage recently? The captain has a lot of stress in his life, as many people do. And for 1 hour, it was all relieved. The team at The Body Shop gave me a deep tissue massage that hit every area that I was in pain at. Whether you're looking for a Swedish massage, sports massage, deep tissue, hot stone, aroma, or more, there's only one place to go. The Body Shop at 48th NA. Book an appointment today at thebodyshoplincoln.com.
Is it time to replace your AC? Call Bryant and save money in every way. Bryant provides you with solutions that save. Save big immediately with attractive rebates and save every day with lower operating costs. Most important, though, the systems are selected to fit you. The right system, priced right, properly installed. That's the way Bryant works for you. How much can you save? Call for a free estimate. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. 467-1111. We do whatever it takes.
A team succeeds when they work together. Banking's no different. At UBT, we're in your corner for every financial move you want to make. Your money's backed by a roster of experts who put in the work to know you and your community. So whether you're opening a savings account, buying a home, or planning your future, you always know who to turn to. Working together toward your financial goals. That's a win in our playbook. Union Bank and Trust. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you don't just get a great workout, you get a great perk out because your membership is packed with perks. For $1 down and $24.99 a month, you'll get perks like access to any of our 2,400 clean and spacious locations. Bring a friend anytime and both work out with tons of equipment that'll give you that big fitness energy. Relax in the Black Card spa and more. Work out and perk out with the PF Black Card. Join for just $1 down and $24.99 a month.
Hurry, deal ends June 14th. Join now, online or at your local PF Club.
See Home Club for details.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with taco night on Mondays or whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
By now, most of you know how important the Honda of Lincoln sales and service team are to the Lincoln market. Hello, Charlie Stone here, and joining me is Andy Goodyear from Honda of Lincoln to tell you about the great news they just received. Andy, please tell us all about it.
Each year, the Lincoln Journal-Star has an award program called the Lincoln Choice Award, where the customers in Lincoln get to choose the best places to do business. Great pleasure I get to announce that Honda of Lincoln has won the award for buying new cars, used cars, automotive repair, and even oil changes.
That is amazing, Andy. Any more good news?
Yes, there is, Charlie. We now have more than 100 new Hondas in stock, with hundreds on the way, and a huge selection of all makes and models on our pre-owned lot.
Incredible. Maybe it's time you come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today. Expecting mainly sunny skies. It will be hot. It's an afternoon high around 93. Tonight, a slight chance of showers and storms. Otherwise, partly cloudy with a low around 76. And tomorrow, a slight chance of storms in the afternoon. Otherwise, mainly sunny with the high around 93. I'm meteorologist Kyle Bucker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just the professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, our passion. For happier, healthier furry friends.
Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is On the Block, brought to you by Nebco. We're out here at Haymarket Park. This is installment 1 of BP with DP. I'm Austin Norman, joined by my partner, as always, Erick Strickland. We turn our attention now to the NBA. Really appreciate you guys and your attentiveness, your thoughts on the text line on our first Major League Baseball topic. But Strick, I saw this tweet breaking the NBA down into teams based on their financial situation. So we'll start at the teams with some room to work and some teams that are over the second apron. They get hit with a lot of penalties if they don't find a way to dip below it. Starting with the teams with cap space. The most cap space in the NBA belongs to the Detroit Pistons. Even before they fired Monty Williams, they had a ways to go to hit the cap. Philly has a lot of room. They have the second most. Then Utah, Oklahoma City, Orlando, Toronto, San Antonio, and Charlotte. When you look at those 8 teams, are there any that you think are going to keep the majority of their cap space as much as they can? And are there any teams in there that you expect to spend quite a bit to maybe shore up some holes in their roster and maybe contend for a title?
Here's the problem. Detroit is not going to they're either going to overpay for someone that's not necessarily, they're going to do similar to like what Dallas did with OJ Mayo or Chandler Parsons at one point. They're either going to make a mistake and do that. But here's the thing. I think Trajan Langdon is mindful of not doing something stupid like grasping for straws,
right,
so to speak. I think he may take an approach of keeping as much cap space as possible, getting extra pieces to build kind of a collegiate chemistry, right? Like a well-rounded team, and then allow either contracts on some of their first rounders to fall off, or either they go to another level, and then now we've got to make another, and we've got enough cap space to still handle them and still now figure out who we can combine with them to make it right. Okay. Philly is probably, I think, in the best place. They're probably closest in a weaker conference. The way I think Philly's going to be looking at it is, what are we going to need to beat Boston? So their approach is going to be, with all this cap space, which one player or which combination of two players are going to be able to get us through Boston. And I think if they look at Boston, they're going to see how well-rounded Boston is, and it would probably be beneficial for them to find a guy that has better value than Tobias Harris gave them, along with another that would give them something as a utility figure of a Derek White type or a Drew Holiday type, but don't have to beat the bank, kill the bank to destroy the bank to do that. The Jazz, not many people are going to be just willing to jump on a plane and land in Salt Lake at this point. I think they're going to do it by draft, trade maybe if they feel that's needed. They're way down on the totem pole in the West. If I'm them, I work out of the G League. I work on development. I work on drafting and build it slow. Don't give up your cap space and just throw your money away. Keep your cap space if you're OKC. You're in a great place. Continue to do it as you do it. You've got draft capital. You've got other things. You just
traded for Caruso.
Right. You just traded for Caruso. I think you have an opportunity to go out a big man. Somebody that can give more front court help in those positions. So I think that's something that's positive to look at. That's an area that I would approach if I'm them, not going crazy. If you could find somebody similar to Gafford's for OKC, just a nice, strong guy, lob guy, not anybody, maybe stretch capable. Part of Gafford's part of Lively. Has the ability to stretch, but also has the physicality and the strength of him.
I've heard two ideas for Oklahoma City tossed around quite a bit in light of the Caruso deal. Number one is swing a trade with Utah to get Lauri Markkanen.
That would be
who really
crazy,
elevated his game. It
that
doesn't.
Gives you 3D4 Chet Holmgren light, similar type flow. But go ahead.
The other one is Isaiah Hartenstein.
Okay.
Who Rico will be heartbroken to hear it would be considering other offers. I'm not fully sold on Hartenstein necessarily, but he did play better last year. Good. But again, Chet's the starting five of the future, right? He's the unicorn type. You need someone either to pair with him or to play behind him, like you're saying.
Yeah. That's the folks there. Hornets has no shot. San Antonio can go get. I think they need either a 3-and-D guy, but not a scoring point guard like Trey, Ice Trey. I wouldn't go get somebody like that that's going to be a ball dominant. You want a guy that's going to get the ball to the unicorn,
right?
Wembanyama, but you also want a guy that if you need him, that's capable of going to get a bucket. So you
Chris Paul.
Too old, but I mean,
even
I
for a year or two.
Going, because you won't have to pay a whole bunch to get him. I think he would find it interesting, but Chris is chasing he's chasing ring, and he may look at that situation as it's too far down the road. But there's a player. I mean, a player like a Drew Holiday type that's going to be real well-rounded is something to look for there. Not much for me to say with Toronto, but definitely Orlando's in an interesting space. They can go and get a couple of pieces but please not point guard pieces,
right?
Because they're
stop it.
I mean,
you're addicted, Orlando. You're addicted. Stop.
The way they drafted the last few years, I was completely taken aback by. I'm like, what are you guys doing?
Suggs, Anthony Black,
Anthony.
Cole Anthony, right?
I mean, I'm like, are y'all serious?
Right.
And then you're not moving them.
No.
I think you had something. No, you know what? It could just be Bol. I just think he has a tremendous upside. Maybe I don't know. Maybe he just don't have the drive. I don't know what it is about him where other teams don't see. But when he plays, I mean, gosh, darn it.
He's the Wemby answer.
Man, he's something, man. He's something. But that's what I see on that side of things.
I like that. We should probably go to break here. We're going to keep this in our back pocket. We have the teams that are over the cap. We have the first apron teams and the second apron teams. I think we can have some good discussion on that next week. But what if I told you there's a proposal that said if you wanted to be buried at Memorial Stadium, you could be. We'll quickly get into the background on that and whether or not Strick and I would like to find our remains potentially at Memorial Stadium someday. Give us your thoughts, 402-464-5685. That's our starter Heyman text line. We'll wrap up hour one of On the Block next.
For the second year, the Nebraska Lottery's NASCAR Powerball Playoff promotion has roared into our state, and the excitement is throttling up. Until June 24th, buy a Powerball ticket with Power Play and Double Play. Enter the voucher number, and you could be one of 15 Nebraska winners of $1,000 and the chance to win a VIP trip to the NASCAR Cup Series Championship Weekend, plus a shot at $1 million. Enter today. Powerball top prize odds 1 in 292 million.
By now, most of you know how important the Honda of Lincoln sales and service team are to the Lincoln market. Hello, Charlie Stone here, and joining me is Andy Goodyear from Honda of Lincoln to tell you about the great news they just received. Andy, please tell us all about it.
Each year, the Lincoln Journal-Star has an award program called the Lincoln Choice Award, where the customers in Lincoln get to choose the best places to do business. Great pleasure I get to announce that Honda of Lincoln has won the award for buying new cars, used cars, automotive repair, and even oil changes.
That is amazing, Andy. Any more good news?
Yes, there is, Charlie. We now have more than 100 new Hondas in stock, with hundreds on the way, and a huge selection of all makes and models on our pre-owned lot.
Incredible. Maybe it's time you come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Vershawn Jackson, the captain here for the Body Shop. And man, did they hook me up with a great massage recently? The captain has a lot of stress in his life, as many people do. And for 1 hour, it was all relief. The team at the Body Shop gave me a deep tissue massage that hit every area that I was in pain at. Whether you're looking for a Swedish massage, sports massage, deep tissue, hot stone, aroma, or more, there's only one place to go. The Body Shop at 48th NA. Book an appointment today at thebodyshoplincoln.com.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
You already know that Select Plumbing takes care of all your plumbing needs, including water heaters, faucet repairs, leaks, drips, sump pumps, and more. Now, they're able to help you with your heating and air conditioning as well. Select Plumbing has recently expanded into residential heating and air, and they're excited to bring this new service to their complete list of plumbing services. Call to book an appointment today at 402-560-6197 or go to selectplumbinginc.com, serving Lincoln, Seward, Milford, and the surrounding areas.
A team succeeds when they work together. Banking's no different. At UBT, we're in your corner for every financial move you want to make. Your money's backed by a roster of experts who put in the work to know you and your community. So whether you're opening a savings account, buying a home, or planning your future, you always know who to turn to. Working together toward your financial goals. That's a win in our playbook. Union Bank and Trust. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
What's the radon level at your home? Don't know? Find out with a call to Bryant Air Conditioning and Heating. Make sure your home is safe with a radon check from Bryant. If you've already tested, ask Bryant for a free estimate for mitigation. Once completed, you'll get a report showing how much safer your home is. When it comes to radon, call Bryant 467-1111 for testing and mitigation. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. We do whatever it takes.
Tune in every Wednesday night from 9 to 10 p.m. for the Malone Radio Show on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Don't miss the opportunity to learn about the Malone Community Center's goal to eliminate multi-generational poverty in Lincoln and the surrounding area. It's the Malone Radio Show with Executive Director John Goodwin and Sports Director Mike Hunter every Wednesday night from 9 to 10 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Play ball! Summertime is here, and so is another action-packed baseball season with the Lincoln Salt Dogs. Bring your whole crew to Haymarket Park to experience the magic under the lights and the thrill of the game. Enjoy daily specials like Wiener Wednesday, Thirsty Thursday, Fireworks Friday, and Family Fun Day Sunday, plus special events and discounts. Don't miss out on the excitement.
Strike three, you're out.
Visit saltdogs.com to see this week's promotions and secure your tickets to unleash the fun.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with Taco Night on Mondays or Whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
This is Bree Fansteel, local race car driver. Join me and James Rowland every Sunday at 7 p.m. for The Finish Line, where we discuss off-road, on-road, and sometimes next-to-the-road racing on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
If you're a homeowner or a business owner, you have a lot of projects, and no one has an unlimited budget or time. Sunbelt Rentals makes all jobs less stressful with no need to purchase large equipment or hire a crew. You can do it yourself with rentals and everything from aerators and power rakes for spring yard work to stump grinders, concrete mixers, tile saws, and more. Check out their inventory in Lincoln, north of Cornhusker Highway on 56th Street, or online at sunbeltrentals.com.
On the Block with Strick and Austin.
When you look at Nebraska baseball, a 40-win season, best pitching in the Big Ten, above average offense for the Big Ten. You go to regionals, far and away the best pitching staff, but a good half a run below even the third worst offense in that regional. When you look at Nebraska baseball, is that a program that needs to improve the pitching first or the lineup first to be able to make more of a dent in the postseason?
Weekdays from 2 to 4 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Quick segment to wrap up hour one of On the Block. A little bit of news in Huskerland. A transfer kicker has joined the fold. John Hull, an Iowa Western transfer, went to Lincoln Southwest for high school, flips his commitment from former Husker offensive coordinator Tim Beck at Coastal Carolina to come home and join the Husker program. Well, speaking of coming home or going home, Strick, it kind of felt like a throwaway line in in Omaha, in a regents meeting for Nebraska. But the Omaha regent, Barb White, threw out the idea of potentially allowing fans to have their final resting place at Memorial Stadium. She says that she initially broached that topic with Ted Carter, and her rationale is, I, as a regent, am committed to finding new sources of revenue. I already told everybody about my idea of a columbarium under Memorial Stadium. Too crazy or just crazy enough to work if Memorial Stadium ever gets enough renovations?
Obviously you have the name Memorial.
Right.
So I understand the marketing behind it. But why?
Money. Raise money.
But why?
Why would you want to?
If you're a super big fan, yeah, okay, but there's some hurdles you're
Stricky's not sold.
There's some hurdles you're gonna have to get over. What if you have some poltergeist type of situations where stuff starts coming up, and then you have some Michael Jackson Thriller type stuff, happening. I'm just being funny, but at the same time, I'm not. It's like it requires a lot to get a cemetery because there's so much red tape and all kinds of. Where do you put it? You're right in the middle of a conference. Right in the middle
of a city.
Are you going to do it like Louisiana style? Like, how many do you do? There's all types of potential things that can get tainted.
Can you move them out after 10 years or something? I don't know.
There's a lot that's going to come with that. So I don't know. I get it. I think we've talked here about more things that they could do potentially to raise money. I mean, you're the second largest or the third largest, third.
Become the third
largest city.
On
You've got
game day.
all this that comes in here during those events. Do concerts in Memorial Stadium. Give deals, give incentives to get them to want to come, because obviously they want to go. But they've shown that they put on a good show whenever they've come. Big artists that have come into Lincoln, done things at Pinnacle Bank Arena. You could also, like I said, sell brew. Tax the brew.
I put out
you got 100,000 fans up in there at a little mini tax for what, six games,
right?
Roughly, 5,
maybe
6
7.
games? My boy, there's other memes been burying people in Memorial Stadium that work better for me. Sorry, Hammond Tech Line, help your boy Stricky, because I'm kind of that one's throwing me for a mini loop. 402-464-5685. Let me know what you think. Are you burying mom, dad, or pops in Memorial Stadium, or even yourself?
Personally, I would not. The idea that this Regent White proposed said you could sell spots within the proposed columbarium at varying prices depending on the location. For some people,
whoa,
LS,
Salt
look at
Dogs.
that. Lincoln Salt Dogs.
Take care of your boy.
Thank you, DP.
Thank
there
you.
we go. So depending on, do you want to be like part of the tunnel walk? Do you want to be right at midfield? Where do you want to be? It's a creative, off the wall idea that I don't think would get much traction. But to your point on, just sell beer, I put out a facetious little bit of a tweet on Twitter saying Nebraska is the cheapest beer in the country.
Really?
Because they don't sell it.
Well, they sell it from Myers Cork and Bottle. I know that.
13th and South. Check them out.
When they bring the patio pounders in there, Stricky definitely likes what's going on, and I think they sell beer here.
Right. A couple things from the text line. We have Gabe saying that would be awesome to be buried at Memorial Stadium, but they better have some stipulations. Augie says, sign me up. John in Cortland asks, does it count to toward the continued sellout streak? That's a good one. And then Hammond Beams with the logistical question of what would the access be for family to visit, on holidays or anniversaries or whatnot. So it's not going to happen. If it ever does happen, I would be entirely shocked. But hey, at least there's a little creativity going around the Board of Regents. Erick Strickland, Austin Norman with you, DP in the building. We're getting set for BP with DP. The Turtles out. They're bringing the screens for the first and third base lines as well as center field. So we're just about set to go down there and take our swings. We appreciate your continued interaction on our starter Heyman text line. When we get back in hour 2 of the show, year 2 at their school jumps for college basketball transfers. A couple Husker connections on that list. We'll dive into those players and a few more. And then which of the list of extension eligible players would Erick Strickland extend, and which ones is he saying, it's okay, you can walk and we'll negotiate with you later. We'll go to break. More on the block when we get back here to Haymarket Park.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Constructors is now hiring for all positions, with laborers starting at $23 and up based on experience. Constructors has immediate job openings for laborers, mechanics, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. Start your new career today. Constructors offers great pay, health, dental, and vision insurance, paid time off, paid holidays, and so much more. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. For a complete list of openings and to apply online, visit constructorslincoln.com.
Husker fans, the 2024 Nebraska football season is right around the corner, and they need your support in Memorial Stadium this fall. You can now purchase a Husker football 3-game mini plan for only $170. This plan includes tickets to the UTEP or Northern Iowa, plus Illinois or Rutgers, and either UCLA or Wisconsin games. Tickets are only available while supplies last. To purchase your Husker football 3-game mini plan today, or for more information, visit huskers.com/tickets. Go Big Red.
Rashawn Jackson, the captain here for The Body Shop. And man, did they hook me up with a great massage recently. The captain has a lot of stress in his life, as many people do. And for 1 hour, it was all relieved. The team at The Body Shop gave me a deep tissue massage. They hit every area that I was in pain at. Whether you're looking for a Swedish massage, sports massage, deep tissue, hot stone, aroma, or more, there's only one place to go. The Body Shop at 48th NA. Book an appointment today at thebodyshoplincoln.com.
What's the radon level at your home? Don't know? Find out with a call to Bryant Air Conditioning and Heating. Make sure your home is safe with a radon check from Bryant. If you've already tested, ask Bryant for a free estimate for mitigation. Once completed, you'll get a report showing how much safer your home is. When it comes to radon, call Bryant 467-1111 for testing and mitigation. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. We do whatever it takes.
Liberty Law Group is committed to the defense of your liberty in pursuit of your justice for those that have been injured. My name is Matt Knight, attorney with Liberty Law Group. If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, call 877-42-LIBERTY. Our relentless trial attorneys are committed to the highest quality legal representation. At Liberty Law Group, we will fight for you. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. Once again, that's 877-42-LIBERTY.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just a professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, our passion. For happier, healthier furry friends.
Hey, baseball fans, join the Blur Tailgate at Hilton Omaha this June for our 12th annual hospitality event during the College Baseball Championship Series. Book an experience for your clients or employees with an inclusive bar, buffet, TVs, music, and tailgate games. Secure your spot today and let Blur Events take care of all the work so you can enjoy the day. Plus, we're just steps away from Charles Schwab Field. Visit blurevents.com to book your group, buy tickets, or learn about sponsorships. That's blurevents.com, your college baseball and football tailgate destination.
Tune in to the Teammates Mentoring Hour each Wednesday from 6 to 7 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket. Hear stories from a program started by Tom and Nancy Osborne and how it's changed mentors and mentees' lives and how you can be involved. The Teammates Mentoring Hour, Wednesday nights from 6 to 7 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Load up on meat and more this summer at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese at 84th and Havelock. This week's special through June 25th is buy one tri-tip roast, get one free. Plus, buy a mystery box and get 3 New York strips free. Also, 10% off all cheese. Locations at 84th and Havelock and 30th and Yankee Hill in Lincoln or 168th and Maple in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today. Expecting mainly sunny skies, and it will be hot. It's an afternoon high around 93. Tonight, a slight chance of showers and storms, otherwise partly cloudy, with the low around 76. And tomorrow, a slight chance of storms in the afternoon, otherwise mainly sunny, with the high around 93. I'm meteorologist Kyle Clark for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now, they've raised wages again, and they're hiring for production operators at $24.62 per hour, which grows to $28.97 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $33.36 per hour, with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates, with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or apply, go to continentaljobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
In every office, there's two types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels & Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win, and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels & Joe. This is On the Block with Strick and Austin. Nebraska Basketball Hall of Famer and 9-year NBA vet, Erick Strickland.
Strickland for 3. He's going to go out of here as the Big 8 tournament champion.
Middle school basketball coaching legend and Duke basketball shooting coach in his mind, Austin Orman. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Presented by NEBCO. This is On the Block with Strick and Austin.
Yes, it is brought to you by NEBCO. NEBCO is hiring CDL drivers for ready mixed concrete. Apply today. Start your career with a $2,500 hiring bonus. Join the crew today with great pay, medical and retirement benefits, PTO, and they'll pay for your CDL training. Visit NEBCO Inc., NEBCOINC.com or readymixedconcrete.com to learn more. Austin Norman, Erick Strickland with you. We appreciate you guys chiming in, being part of the conversation as well. 402-464-5685. First 4 people this segment, they want to come to tonight's game, let us know. We have groups of 2 and groups of 4 tickets for tonight's Lincoln Salt Dogs game with a 7:05 first pitch. Just text us, say you want to go. We can bring the tickets down and meet you at the gate. Again, 402-464-5685. First small handful of people in with that, we can hook you up for tonight's game. Luminaries in the building taking swings today. Former Husker pitcher Kyle Perry. Former Husker at tight end Chancellor Brewington. Rumor has it Terrell Farley will be in the building to take some swings. Sounds like I'll be going down there to get my hacks in here in just a little bit. They have the pitching machine out this year, Stricky. I don't know if I'm ready for that. I like having the human
zip.
last year.
Yeah,
it does.
He's got zip. That thing comes quickly. For me, when I did it with the machine, it's the timing.
Yeah.
Because you're used to seeing the release point, but when it gets into the gun
and you lose it,
it just it zips out at you. And I was actually going at the speed that the players were going at. I didn't want it to go slower because even the timing even worse would be off. I got some good cuts in, but you just really have to get your stance. Similar to if you're hitting a changeup or an off-speed pitch. Normally if you want to just be, get that foot down with the timing of the pitch and then stay back. Whereas you have to kind of be striding already, waiting, and then, as the pitch comes out the gun.
Quickly identify, figure out what kind of swing to put on it.
Right.
All that good stuff. Yeah. We will let you know.
This would be good for the gun if you're, for me, if I, was hitting being lefty, because a lot of the stuff with the speed of the gun is going to shoot me oppo, which the wind's blowing oppo field.
Big,
it would have been good.
We're both big oppo guys. We love it. We appreciate going oppo. We also appreciate a good player who sticks around to their school for multiple years. 24/7 Sports, Isaac Trotter put out a really interesting article about some players who might be in line for a jump in their second year to school. Last year's 24/7 All-America men's basketball team featured Tristan Newton in his second year at UConn after transferring from East Carolina. Terrence Shannon Jr., Illinois by way of Texas Tech. Mark Sears, Alabama by way of Ohio second year. Baylor Shireman Creighton second year by way of South Dakota State. Kevin McCullough, again, Kansas by way of Texas Tech. Devin Carter Jr., 2-year transfer. Johnny Broom, a 2-year transfer. And then Antonio Reeves, a second-year transfer to their school. All guys that were named All-Americans by 24/7 Sports. Previous years, Jalen Pickett from Penn State by way of, I believe, Siena before that. And then Tyler Kolek at Marquette. Just a handful of examples of players who in their second year at a program took a big leap. What you got?
What's crazy about that? What would you say? Roughly almost 50% of those players came from some form of a mid-major.
Mid-major. Mm-hmm.
And look at what the being able to play and develop and grow your game, maybe get in the weight room, get stronger, really work on areas of your game that it can enable you to translate. It's not that translation from a mid-major program to a Power 5 program is a negative thing always.
No.
Sometimes it can be a positive. And I think if you're looking in these situations, there's some positivity that comes from that. And, shout out to some of those players. I mean, because Sears was absolutely phenomenal for Alabama this last year.
Good thing for him to come back. Couple guys that I want to pick your brain on here real quick. One guy that Nebraska didn't get, Hunter Salas, now in his second year at Wake Forest. Of course, started his career out at Gonzaga. I think you and I both agree from our previous conversation that he made the right choice to stay in college instead of being a second-round draft pick potentially. What do you think Hunter Salas has to work on to move from that second-round range up into, even late first or even maybe lottery range?
I think he wants to get more physical, a little more strength. I think also he just wants to show consistency. You don't want it to show as a one-off. I think if he comes back and has a similar season to what he had on last year, in a tough ACC conference, that it'll answer a lot of the questions for those guys that'll be drafting. It'll put himself in a position to definitely fall into the mid-first round, if not into a lottery pick. And if he really blows the doors off of it, shoots high clips, makes great plays, great decision. Like I said, on a team that if he can take Wake Forest into the tournament and really make waves in the ACC, because a lot of scouts, a lot of GMs and decision makers understand that it's very easy, not easy, but it's anyone that has any type of talent and greatness about them in some area of their game can seed on a team that's not very good. I mean, they had some good wins; they didn't get in.
Right.
I think if he shows not only that continuation of success, strength, physicality, decision making, solidify those things, and then he'll put himself in a position to definitely be ready to make the jump.
Walter Clayton Jr. from Florida, an interesting piece, transferred out of Iona when Rick Pitino was the coach there to Florida, had a really good year. Jaden Bradley from Arizona. Interesting because he essentially booted Kylan Boswell out of the rotation. Boswell ends up at Illinois. That's definitely a piece to monitor there for Brad Underwood. Caden Chedrick is one that I've had my eye on because, Strick, he's a guy that I thought Duke was going to be in the running for last year. He was a more defensive-oriented big man, wanted maybe a little bit more of an offensive role than Duke could have given him last year. But Caden Chedrick is one that I'm definitely going to be watching. Here's an interesting one. Ryan Nemhart, bit of a surprise transfer out of Creighton, right? A Blue Jays fan certainly appreciated him and enjoyed him for what he did at Creighton. Not the happiest that he left. He's a darn good player, right? You think about his brother having played at Gonzaga under Mark Few before. There's that connection there. Nemhart was pretty darn good for Gonzaga last year. Not as big as his brother, not as long, but he took care of the ball. He shot better after Christmas.
Yeah.
And the way his brother has carved out a role in the NBA, maybe that's in store for Ryan Nemhart in year 2 in Spokane.
He has a killer assist rate ratio, which is solid. Shot horribly. I mean, no one figured him to be a tremendous shooter. No. But in the last 3 months, he shot the ball very well. I mean, 42% clip down the stretch. So that's good for him. I think that's what he wants to be able to show is consistency with his size. There's some, like you said, he's not as long as his brother, but with his size, he just wants to be able to show that he's not going to become a liability on the defensive side of things. He wants to be strong. I think he does have defensive capabilities, but he's only 6 foot. So what tangibles is he going to bring? They definitely, because you got to think about the likes of who he's going to face. He's going to face types like Drew Holiday, physical, strong. You can go down the list and
Dame.
Just
Marcus Smart.
So the things that you had capabilities of doing. What's my guy's name from Kansas State last year?
Oh, Marquise Noel.
He's very shifty.
Yeah,
has size issues, and wasn't able to really translate and make noise on the next level. Not that that's something he can't do.
Hasn't yet.
And this is why they're going to look at these guys. Most likely they'll find their way into the G League. And from there, then be able to see, because they said the same thing about high flying, won the dunk contest. My boy,
Mac McClung.
Mac McClung.
Yep. The exact opposite of that, 6 foot, go to 6'11", Grant Nelson down at Alabama. He really became a household name from the SEC tournament and on. 6'11", 230. Nebraska was interested in securing his services out of the portal last offseason. Did not end up landing him as he goes to Alabama. Pretty boomer bust, had a really big game against North Carolina in the Sweet 16. Played really well against Donovan Clingan in UConn, I should say. Really up and down. I think for him, like you said, with Salas, it's going to be consistency. Denver Jones is a guy I don't know much about at Auburn. J.J. Starling is an interesting case. The ACC head in me sees a guy transferring in the conference from Notre Dame to Syracuse. He played alongside a very high usage player in Judah Mintz last year. Shot it much better from range, but he settled a lot, right? With his frame at 6'4" and 205 pounds, that's a guy that has to live at the rim, getting downhill and using the three-pointer off of that. We'll see what's in store for him in year 2 in Syracuse.
Well, with him, I think, like you said, this goes back to discussions we've had, Austin, on players like that, that we've watched at Nebraska, even talked about Bryce in instances that have good size, great bodies. But on the attack, they don't attack with reckless abandon. There's no way. Listen, I'm 6'3" and I was 215-ish, but I played like I was 6'6", 230. You know what I'm saying? He has to play like that with that size. I mean, if I had his size when I was in domination, I mean, he's 1 inch tall. Even give me 1 or 2 more inches, I've been great, right? But to have a 27% field goal, he only was 27% at the rim. At that size.
At 6'4", 205.
No, my boy, you know that's not going to cut it. You're too big, you're too strong, you're too explosive to not be able to translate that into a higher percentage. This is why LeBron James has success he has. Go and track his synergy stats. His synergy stats are crazy.
Dominant
at the rim. So, you know, at times, some parts of the season struggle more than others, but there's still a high level of consistency. He has to get there if he wants to have any type of success.
You mentioned Bryce Williams. That's the next player that comes up in this piece from 24/7 Sports. Really interesting write-up about Bryce Williams. The bottom half of the scoop section says he was just a good hooper in a bunch of different areas. Shot over 38% from 3 on nearly 4 attempts per game. Got to the free throw line early and often, converted 84% of his free throws, which was much higher. He tailed off a little bit at the end of the year, and over 60% on layups. That number seemed high to me. I didn't think Bryce Williams finished that well, but I think it tells you that, hey, he was surprisingly good at the rim already, but I think you and I can both see another level for Bryce at the rim with both a mindset change and maybe 1 or 2 little technique tweaks.
There it is. I think it's a lot of it, like I said, if I was in the organization, one thing I would be working with him with understanding of next level is his height level of play. High dribble, playing a little bit lower, because playing lower, if you can just look at Luka, there's things with your shoulders, with your kind of forearm that you can do without extension. The higher you are, the more higher you're playing. The lower you are, your plane drops, you widening out. So if you're driving to the basket, there's little lean in things you can do without having to extend the arm to create space. You can do it with shoulder. You can do it with slight nudges, which just creates off balance for the defense. And it allows you those mid ranges, allows you those finishes. It allows you to be able to lean in. Leaning in from a tower calls you to have the leaning tower of Pisa.
Yeah.
Right?
Get knocked off course, tougher angles to finish.
Right. Can't elevate. If you're down, you don't have to get down to get up. If you're down, you rise up to go through to finish.
You can be more explosive.
Yeah.
And even if you are creating the same contact with the push-off, it looks more natural.
Yeah.
The lower you are. Here's what 24/7 Sports says Bryce Williams has to improve. Offensively, Nebraska will need even more from Williams since Mast is out for the year nursing a knee injury, and Keisei Tominaga is off to chase his professional dreams. But Williams is in a good place on that end of the floor. There's a new level he can get to defensively. Nebraska switched a bunch, so Williams guarded just about everybody last year. He had at least one steal or block in 29 out of 34 games last year, but he struggled to contain the basketball at times. His defensive tape is littered with straight line drives. Part of that was to funnel ball handlers to Nebraska's swarming help defense, but Williams has all the physical tools to be one of the Big Ten's best defenders next year. Managing the huge offensive role and the massive defensive responsibilities will not be easy, but if Williams can embrace that challenge, he can be one of the top two-way big guards in the Big Ten next season.
And that's what I envision for him as well. Here's the thing, right? Because we had the same philosophy when I was at Nebraska. Funnel, influence,
to Vincent,
direct.
to Mikey.
So we played high side influence. Here's the difference. Some defenders take that as let him go, and I did my job. Me, the way I did it was I'm influencing you, but I'm still going to cut you off.
I'm told to give you this advantage, but I'm not going to concede it.
Right. So even though I know you're going this way, this takes the pressure off of me because I know you can't go this way because I'm not going for any fakes baseline. I know you're going this way, so my first drop is there. I'm cutting you off. By this point, either you're going to take a shot with the backboard side also helping me, and this hand here helping me, and I'm sending Mikey and I'm sending Vince away. I'm like, no, you good. Goodbye. Whereas Nebraska a lot of times wanted to get to this trap mode, but they used to do not a good job. They would get the trap, but they would stay too long.
Right, that one extra dribble.
Yeah, they would stay a little. No, okay. Once we've got it, he turns his back because he's got nowhere else to go. Get the heck out of here. I mean, I don't know, man. I'm just a defensive guru.
Well, Nebraska got caught in between so much, right? They didn't have a shot blocker to 100% funnel to, but they weren't athletic or aggressive enough to stay in the trap and go for the ball and fly around, right? When Nebraska was engaged, they covered up for a lot of mistakes with effort. But Nebraska wasn't always engaged. Like Creighton shredded them. Wisconsin, the first time, same sort of thing. That's where I think taking a little bit of pride, even something as simple as playing lower, like you said, I get it. Bryce Williams had a lot on his plate offensively last year, but he really didn't.
Yeah.
At the same time, right? Yes, he was maybe the best, pure scorer that Nebraska had. He had a pretty deep bag of tricks, all things considered. But Nebraska's offense was pretty egalitarian, right? It's a 5-out system with a lot of guys shooting, right? Rink Mast with the offensive hub. Yeah, Bryce was playing point guard, but it wasn't on him to break guys down and create an advantage for someone else. Keisei did a lot of that. Jawan shot more last year than he did the year before. So for as much weight as Bryce Williams carried, there wasn't enough on him to be an excuse to allow the straight line blow-bys.
Facts. Shout out to Chancellor Brewington. He's down there. BP with DP. Just hit a looper.
Oh, it's on the line. First baseman's holding him on. That's a hit.
Way to go,
that boy
Chancellor. Chancellor wasn't able to get it too far. Oh, Perry's up
KP,
now.
Here we go.
We're going to see what we got from the left side. Little KPZ. A little stroker right up there through the middle. I like it.
That's the grind up.
We gotta like it. This is good stuff.
It's a short hop to second base. But hey, Kyle was telling us before he went down to swing. Oh, is that a flare? Is that a flare to center?
That's in there, baby.
That's down. That's a hit for KP.
That's in there.
He was telling us that the last time he swung a bat actually wasn't that long ago.
Oh, that's a liner.
Look at Kyle. Look at our boy. Nope, he rolled over that one.
No, Caglione got that one. Caglione, that's easy. That's easy work for Caglione.
Caglione hit PBA with that one. There he is, dropping down a bunt.
Down the line.
Drops down a bunt.
See you working.
I don't know how fast Kyle is. Maybe he beats it out. It's not in a bad spot. He would have liked it maybe a little more toward the line, but hey, all in all, not a bad round for a pitcher whose last round of BP was about a week before they went down to Stillwater.
No doubt. Okay, what else? Is that it?
Let me scroll back down through my list here. Kashawn Gilbert at Iowa State. Iowa State really intrigues me with how good they were last year, earning a 2 seed They got to improve their offense. Miami going to have a lot to worry about this offseason. Cincinnati is mentioned in this piece. San Diego State, we'll see. Nevada, just some other schools getting mentioned. So I think that's a good spot to finish off this discussion. Lots potentially in store for Bryce Williams. I know we'll keep talking about him and more Husker hoops here throughout the offseason. I don't know if I'll be back with you next segment. I might be down there getting in swings.
That's all right.
But if I am back, I'm going to ask Strick, which of these NBA players would he offer a contract extension to? And which ones is Stricky okay saying, nope, thanks for your services. You're out of here. We're going a different direction. Come right back with us here during On the Block from Haymarket Park.
The weather is hot, the kids are out of school, and you're on your way to the lake and summer road trips. Are you getting to your vacation spot comfortably, or is your car letting you down? Mullen Motors Lot is full of great vehicles to take home, so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride for summer road trips and beyond. Mullen Motors.
No tag-ons, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Liberty Law Group is committed to the defense of your liberty in pursuit of your justice for those that have been injured. My name is Matt Knight, attorney with Liberty Law Group. If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, call 877-42-LIBERTY. Our relentless trial attorneys are committed to the highest quality legal representation. At Liberty Law Group, we will fight for you. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. Once again, that's 877-42-LIBERTY.
Tune in every Wednesday night from 9 to 10 p.m. for the Malone Radio Show on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Don't miss the opportunity to learn about the Malone Community Center's goal to eliminate multi-generational poverty in Lincoln and the surrounding area. It's the Malone Radio Show with Executive Director John Goodwin and Sports Director Mike Hunter every Wednesday night from 9 to 10 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
NEPCO is hiring CDL drivers for Ready Mixed Concrete, Husker Concrete, and Beatrice Concrete. NEPCO offers great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they pay for CDL training. Apply today and start your new career with a $2,500 hiring bonus. From NEPCO's beginning in 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com.
Vershawn Jackson, the captain here for The Body Shop. And man, did they hook me up with a great massage recently. The captain has a lot of stress in his life, as many people do. And for 1 hour, it was all relieved. The team at The Body Shop gave me a deep tissue massage that hit every area that I was in pain at. Whether you're looking for a Swedish massage, sports massage, deep tissue, hot stone, aroma, or more, there's only one place to go. The Body Shop at 48th NA. Book an appointment today at thebodyshoplincoln.com.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now, they've raised wages again, and they're hiring for production operators at $24.62 per hour, which grows to $28.97 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $33.36 per hour, with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates, with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or apply, go to continentaljobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today. Gaina Trucking is hiring for heavy equipment operators and a heavy equipment mechanic. Working at Gaina Trucking is a great career with excellent team culture, with benefits package including competitive pay based on experience, health, vision, and dental insurance, and a 401k plan. If you're looking for a new job as a heavy equipment operator or mechanic, apply online at GainaTrucking.com or call 402-794-5000. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking. Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with Taco Night on Mondays or Whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
Nutrition Authority invites you to check out Emerge Zero. Building off the original best-selling Emerge formula, Emerge Zero is a body slenderizing solution that helps blast body fat, curb appetite, and provide the energy you need to get through the day. Emerge Zero can only be found at Nutrition Authority. Check us out at mynutritionauthority.com.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started. Load up on meat and more this summer at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese at 84th and Havelock. This week's special through June 25th is buy one tri-tip roast, get one free. Plus, buy a mystery box and get 3 New York strips free. Also, 10% off all cheese. Locations at 84th and Havelock and 30th and Yankee Hill in Lincoln or 168th and Maple in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
Play ball! Summertime is here, and so is another action-packed baseball season with the Lincoln Salt Dogs. Bring your whole crew to Haymarket Park to experience the magic under the lights and the thrill of the game. Enjoy daily specials like Wiener Wednesday, Thirsty Thursday, Fireworks Friday, and Family Fun Day Sunday, plus special events and discounts. Don't miss out on the excitement.
Strike three, you're out.
Visit saltdogs.com to see this week's promotions and secure your tickets to unleash the fun.
Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Well, we're back here at Haymarket Park. My partner has gone down to get some BP action, some work done down there. Take a couple of cuts and swings from the left side. A little struggle coming off the gun, but he's trying to fight through it. A little slow on the swing. He's definitely not Kyle Perry, but my boy is giving it a shot. Couldn't get down there myself today. Back's a little tight. Didn't want to throw something out because I get down there. One of the problems I have, who's in studio? Is it Harrison? Is it Harrison in there with me?
Yeah, what's up, Strick?
Listen, you know, one of the things I have is a problem with, I have a mentality of whatever I'm doing, I'm full out. I don't have a half speed, turn it down speed or anything like that. That's the weird thing about me, my guy. So when I get out there, that's why I can't play basketball no more, because I want to think I still have the speed and the mentality to be able to go when I want to, and that's why I tore an Achilles tendon in my right foot, because I'm out here thinking I can still turn the corner the way that I used to be able to, and I just can't. So my issue is I would get down there with my back sore right now, and I don't have a half swing. I would be out there still swinging for the fences, and that's my problem, and that's why I sent my partner down there right now at this particular point. Look at this. DP brought up a bone crusher. Look at DP.
So you guys got to watch the streams: Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Shallow Channel 961.
Yours is down there, so you got to go down and get it.
I got to go down and get it.
So I'm going to send you. I'm going to hold it down. Run down and get it. Brett Jody challenged you. He said, "I don't care how Strick is feeling. I need one swing." He said, "I need one just for the bat. Just for the bat." He said, "One swing."
See how they do me, my boy.
One swing.
Crazy.
One swing. Hey, Harrison is clean, bro.
All right, I'm gonna.
That is nice looking bat. You have to do
the
one.
Ball says, when the ball says it, my boy.
It's just one swing
with some flip flops on.
Right. that, and I'm smart enough to know that no. Here's the thing to watch.
I'll be back
to watch Austin. Have we given away tickets for tonight?
I think they offered it, and they were offering it.
Okay. So, yep. So here's the deal. Yep. There's one. I see 1, 2. Oh, yep. Okay. So here's what we have: another foursome that we can give away for tonight. All you have to do is come down to Haymarket Park. They'll be at will call, or you can come down before 6 and just come up to the suite. Let us know you're here, and we will give you tickets. You'll be able to stay in the air conditioning, or at least go out on the patioed area here of the suite that we're in Austin, down there with the left-handed stroke, going down the third base line. It's pretty cool to watch. And one, I'm a baseball guy at heart, and to have one, Kyle Perry's down there, and Kyle Perry and Brett, when you get two pitchers together, the conversations go different. And then to have Chancellor Brewington down, and he's a third generation baseball player. He chose football over baseball, but of course his dad pitched in the majors, Jamie Brewington, and a big part of his journey, the grandfather, I believe his name is Wayne Brewington, also was around baseball and a part of that. And Chancellor said that before he tore a tendon in his shoulder, that he could get it up close to 90 on the bump. So he's down there taking swings, and of course it's good for him to kind of loosen up and have swings and be up in it. And Strick is down there now. He and Brett Jody chopping it up. KP looks like a guy who could get it in.
DP, I got to ask you while we got you there live, who's looking the best right now? I know we got Orman swinging, Strick's in the getting ready to go here. Who's got the best swing so far?
Well, both Kyle and Chancellor look as you would imagine they would. There's Division I. I mean, Kyle's a pitcher, but Kyle's got a natural swing. He's got a good-looking left-handed swing. I would imagine that if he wasn't a pitcher, he'd be a 7, 8, 9 guy, or maybe a 2 guy. Of course, he did the real good baseball thing and immediately dropped down a bunt just to break it. Okay, Stricky's in. Chancellor, the first thing, Chancellor's first swing, Salt Dogs coach Brett Jody immediately went, "Whoa, bat speed!" Because at 220 pounds and being explosive, Stricky getting the swing in. He has a tight end swing. Like he's explosive, powerful, and you're right. There's zero chance Stricky is just going to take a half swing. How's your blister?
I told you.
How's your blister? Because I know that you.
It's stinging.
Yep.
It's stinging, but in a good way, right? I wasn't sure how that was going to go. I did guarantee that the bat would slip out of my hands once. I have the whole sweaty hands thing, so it happened early. I got it out of the way, and I think it was just a nerves thing.
You didn't put the stickum on, the spray on?
I probably should have. I didn't realize that was an option.
Yeah, well, both Kyle and Chancellor flung bats. Several, as a matter of fact.
At least I'm not alone.
And then they figured out, because Jody's like, yeah, we've got the spray over here, and of course that calmed them down. And of course it is that thing that you want to grind it. You didn't take the bat with you.
Oh, I did not. I have one from last year, so
that's got nothing to do with it. It's like a new car, man. You give me two.
How about this? If I make it out for the July one, I'll grab one then.
Yeah,
How about that?
It's. Well, I don't know if they're going to give bats every time.
Well, if I miss my shot, I have it from last year.
Bats and hats, man. We're like Joe Boo.
Fair.
Hats and bats today.
Maybe I'll text Stricky and have him. I think he has the one that I was using.
Yeah, just tell him, go ahead and bring him down. Or actually, his phone's with him, so you may have to run down.
Oh yeah.
Here's what we'll do. Here's what we'll do, Harrison. If you're there, I think it's easy enough that we could break, and then have you regroup and reset. Strick looks like he's on the way back.
Yeah,
he's still down there, but I would tell him, grab the bat, man. Grab the bat. No,
I think Connor's using it now. Play-by-play voice. Look at Connor go. I convinced him to get in the box.
Get in there, man. Don't be afraid.
Connor.
Yeah, don't be afraid. Get up in there.
Oh, look at him taking pitches.
Come on, classy.
Come on.
Classy. Look, here's the thing, and because of the type of season and time of season, I don't come here much for Husker baseball.
Mm-hmm.
you get there's a couple of warm weather or relatively decent weather games out of the bunch, because otherwise you're bundled up and it's tough. Salt Dogs baseball in this building, the building feels different.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to slight anybody by saying it's better, but when it's warm here, and then from up here where you get the real sight lines of downtown Lincoln, right? They go, oh, okay. Looking into Memorial Stadium, looking down and seeing PBA. I could see where I live, watching the trains go by. And that what's the story? And people talking about this park needs to be upgraded. You're a local.
I am.
Tell me what locals think of this ballpark.
They like it.
Yeah.
It's a jewel. I mean, they're proud of it. I think that the conversation around potentially upgrading it comes because I think they want the team or teams to upgrade.
Yeah.
Been a while since the Salt Dogs were at the top of the A. Been competitive, right? But only the one crown. Been a while since Nebraska's done anything in the postseason before this last season. So to me, when you think about the ballpark, I also have to compare it to O'Brate because that's where Nick and I just were. I get the berms. I get the natural kind of batter's eye, but being down in Stillwater and seeing all the ways for fans to engage, man, I think there's a lot that the Salt Dogs and the Huskers could do to make even more people show up. Like, attendance is good. Nebraska baseball Salt Dogs attendance is good for their league and their level. Could it be even better? Could you push the envelope even more and set yourself, even higher above others as the standards for what it looks like when it comes to fan experience, fan engagement, fan enjoyment?
What would you want for that engagement? I mean, I think the box seats out here in right center, that's where I would live.
Yes, they're very nice.
Like, that's where I would live.
I think you could do something similar in left field.
Yeah.
Maybe not exactly the same, but why not have bleachers in left field instead of berm? I think bleachers are more accessible. Go section by section.
Well, to get you off the ground and for those cold days,
easier to take care of.
Yeah.
In the aggregate, you can still have some of the nice area back beyond with the grass for kids to run around and play on. The stuff down the left field line is fantastic. I don't mind the berms as much down the line. That's a little fun family area, lots of foul balls for kids. But man, the outfield, I feel like there's a lot you could do. I mean, with the slope and everything.
You have the trees out there.
Yeah.
It's a batter's eye. It is a natural thing. But yeah, and then here's the other thing. In parks like this around the country, when you have the hills like that behind the berm, in most cities, those would be full.
Yeah. Problem is interstate, highway, and they haven't done anything to build out of the stadium onto.
But can't you walk across the street to that?
Fences.
Fences.
Got to hop some fences.
It
is decently steep as well.
Well, because but that's kind of the point. Is you could see in.
You could, right?
Right. You could see in and kind of enjoy yourself. So yeah, it's always fascinating because I have Haymarket Park in my head all year round because this is my walk path. So I walk down here across the bridge, I walk around the stadium, back across the bridge, and then home, and then to work. And I always see it the way I see it. And I forget that it's got the kids area over here, the picnic tables on a row. And
the Gordon Center over there.
Yeah, and
bowling right next door.
Yep. And I'm the type of guy, especially for minor league, I want to get a ticket and I want to walk around. It's rarely that I want to just sit.
Well, Strick and I were talking about this in our first segment, right? What can Major League Baseball do to better engage its fans, right? Could they go to their minor league parks, on a rotating basis? Every 3 years, you're in minor league park for a series a year. Because when I think of minor league baseball, I think of indie ball here. It requires the community to be invested, to be involved. There's some from up above in the major leagues down to the minor leagues, but the Salt Dogs are their own thing. Completely their own thing. They're completely a Lincoln thing. The Salt Dogs need Lincoln. So for the fans that show up here, they have to care. The Salt Dogs need that fan engagement. They need that fan experience. They need the community more than, a major league team would, even a minor league team would. But I think it's the fabric of how interwoven the Salt Dogs are with Lincoln and so many of these minor league teams are with their cities that makes the experience what it is. And you don't get that by just sitting in your seats in an isolated stadium like in a major league game.
Would there be even a bigger push if there were more Huskers on the roster?
Maybe, but I would say that push would. It's possible. It probably wouldn't hurt anything, but they would have to be, Huskers that had really good college careers that maybe didn't make it in the majors, or that engagement would have to start in college. Having not been to many Husker games, I can't speak for what a quote unquote student section looks like. But I don't think baseball's all that popular on campus.
Yeah, I mean, again, that's why I asked the question, because yes, yeah. Yeah, get up off the floor. Stricky was on the floor.
Is your man?
You're like Ricky Henderson.
If he ain't,
Stricky.
let me know.
Being that there's no affiliation, right? They don't have an affiliation with the team. Is there a way you can co-mingle and create it and just make it an NIL deal where they just promote the Salt Dogs, but part of that they get to play, and then in playing in their offseason, it gives them an opportunity to get a professional experience and
eligibility rules are in
see,
play.
that's the thing I was asking.
Eligibility rules in play. Yeah, I mean, Roscoe. So of course, Kyle's here. He's down there taking batting practice, but he's buddies with Roscoe. Of course, Roscoe's not here today because he's at a wedding. But I literally, the moment I walk up and introduce Kyle to Brett Jody, the look on his face is, oh, hi. A left-hander. Listen, if you're not looking for an ace, you're looking for a guy
mid reliever,
right, that can do those things. And of course, he kind of nudged him and said,
I'll let
so we'll throw it to break. It's Austin Strick DP down here at Haymarket Park for the Salt Dogs. BP with DP. More coming on the Ticket FM.
NEPCO is hiring CDL drivers for ready-mixed concrete, Husker concrete, and Beatrice concrete. NEPCO offers great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they pay for CDL training. Apply today and start your new career with a $2,500 hiring bonus. From NEPCO's beginning in 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com.
Hey, baseball fans, join the Blur Tailgate at Hilton Omaha this June for our 12th annual hospitality event during the College Baseball Championship Series. Book an experience for your clients or employees with an inclusive bar, buffet, TVs, music, and tailgate games. Secure your spot today and let Blur Events take care of all the work so you can enjoy the day. Plus, we're just steps away from Charles Schwab Field. Visit blurevents.com to book your group, buy tickets, or learn about sponsorships. That's blurevents.com, your college baseball and football tailgate destination.
Sandhills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs.
Nutrition Authority invites you to check out Emerge Zero. Building off the original best-selling Emerge formula, Emerge Zero is a body slenderizing solution that helps blast body fat, curb appetite, and provide the energy you need to get through the day. Emerge Zero can only be found at Nutrition Authority. Check us out at mynutritionauthority.com.
Spring sports are here and it's time to upgrade your equipment. But don't go rushing to your big box store. Play It Again Sports is your place to go for all spring sports equipment for baseball, softball, golf, and disc golf. Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And don't forget, buying from them is a great way to get new products with great discounts by also bringing in your used items for store credit or cash on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started. For over 15 years, Integrated Life Choices has empowered individuals with disabilities in Lincoln and throughout Nebraska. They provide comprehensive services from group homes and independent living services to job training, ensuring fulfilling lives for those that they serve. Now, they're inviting you to join their mission. If you're passionate about making a difference in the lives of people with developmental disabilities, explore rewarding career opportunities with them. Learn more about their services and apply today at www.ilc.net. Be a part of Integrated Life Choices, where your work truly changes lives. Without a strong IT partner, your business ends up overspending, underperforming, wearing too many hats, complicating your work, and more. Applied Connective Technologies can help with experts in every facet of technology. If it plugs in, powers on, or charges up, they're your people. Imagine being able to call one team for all your technology solutions rather than a village of vendors and providers. For all your needs in managed IT and cybersecurity, phone systems, physical security, infrastructure, and audio or video, head to appliedconnective.com to better your business today. You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Copple Chevrolet GMC, and right now they are offering huge, and I mean huge discounts at Copple. Get over $9,000 off list price or 1.9% financing on select Sierras or Silverados, plus Costco members receive another $1,000 off. Yes, that's happening right now in Louisville, $9,000 off list price or 1.9% financing. You pick what works for you. Costco members, please contact us at the store or at CoppleCars.com. All deals with approved credit must trade and finance.
Drinking and driving causes serious harm to friends, family members, and loved ones. In 2021, 65 people were killed in Nebraska by a car crash involving a drunk driver. Do not drink and drive. By drinking less, you can still be here for your loved ones. If you or a loved one is looking for help, find a treatment facility near you at findtreatment.gov. For immediate support, call, text, or chat 988.
Brought to you by Nebraska DHHS in partnership with SAMHSA.
The weather is hot, the kids are out of school, and you're on your way to the lake and summer road trips. Are you getting to your vacation spot comfortably, or is your car letting you down? Mullen Motors Lot is full of great vehicles to take home, so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride for summer road trips and beyond. Mullen Motors.
No tag-ons, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Early break with Sip and Jake.
Florida State beat North Carolina in the first game 7-5 or 9-5.
Was there a war chant?
I think there was.
There has to. There had to.
Give that to us. There we go.
Okay, there we go.
Good.
Early break with Sip and Jake from 6 to 8 every weekday morning on 93.7 The Ticket. Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Back one final time here from Haymarket Park for On the Block. I'll be with you with DP for Old School. Stricky, how you feeling?
What's good?
How are you? I was glad to see you get down there.
Man, a little sore. Hit a couple. Had these flip-flops on, so I can't even believe I did that.
It's natural.
Yeah.
All natural. Really appreciate the Salt Dogs for giving us this opportunity. DP, obviously, for getting it all lined up in the end. Trying to think, where'd that tweet go that I had pulled up? Yeah, okay. So which NBA players would you extend? We'll just give you a couple names here, Strick, to wrap up the show. 2024 extension class from Bobby Marks. All right. Jason Tatum, extend or no?
And there's no question.
You didn't think so?
That's a no-brainer on that one. Definitely.
Okay. Joel Embiid.
I think you have to. I mean, he's been a cornerstone. I mean, obviously the numbers haven't shown up in the playoffs, but you just can't let a guy like Joel Embiid, an organizational changing talent to, go away.
Steph Curry.
You probably do Steph. Yeah.
Do you give him the full max or try to bump it down a number of years?
I would try to butt it down a little bit with an understanding of what we're trying to do. And I don't think Steph wants to continue to lose. I mean, he's seen what it's been like even with it at that point. So, I mean, obviously it's not going to be less than what Draymond Green's would be, but I think you try to butt it down and get some more talent in there.
Those were the obvious ones. Here's the next tier. Kevin Durant in Phoenix.
No.
Okay. Jimmy Butler in Miami.
Let him go.
Jalen Brunson in New York.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Derek White in Boston.
It's going to be tough. It's not going to be tough because they don't want him. It's just going to be tough because he's deserving of a higher payday. And it's just going to be a matter of whether they can get to a number for him. And as we see, they're not one of the teams that have the salary cap space to probably pull that one off.
Trying to look at, okay, so Derek White is coming off of a 4-year, $70 million deal. So he was making $17.5 million per year. Does that go up to 25?
Yeah, maybe 21 to 25.
21 to 25?
Yeah.
Do you think Boston can make that work? Is 25 too expensive? 30 probably doesn't happen, but could they swing 21 potentially?
With Tatum about to hit, Jaylen Brown's already hit, and you have Porzingis on it with Drew Holiday. It's just too much. I just don't think I think they're already over the cap.
Yeah.
You know, in that trouble.
They're
spot,
second apron right now.
So no.
Okay, a handful more to get to here. Donovan Mitchell in Cleveland.
I think you trade Donovan Mitchell and get assets, because I just don't know if he wants to stay. So I think you work out a sign and trade maybe and try to get some assets back for that.
He does have this year remaining on his contract, so you'd have to sign him, trade him next offseason if you don't come to an agreement. But I like where your head's at with that. Bam Adebayo in Miami.
That's a tough one. I just don't think Bam Adebayo is a cornerstone guy, but I don't think he's a max guy. I think he's a high, salary guy, but not necessarily a max. It just depends on what he's going to try to do.
Brandon Ingram in New Orleans.
No, sir, let him go.
That was
or
quick.
Trade him.
All right. Jamal Murray in Denver.
Got to.
I
think you got to. I mean, him and Jokic, that combination has been there. They know each other. If you can make that work, I think you want to go ahead and make that work.
Okay, last one we'll talk about here before I wrap up the show. De'Aaron Fox in Sacramento.
He's kind of shaky.
That's shaky for you?
And he's not shaky his game. I think that's one where you can trade and get assets, or you can keep and see if you can run it. The issue is you're running with a team that didn't even make the playoffs. Do you feel that now they just signed Malik Monk? Do you want to keep that crew together, or do you want to go somewhere else? Every team needs a really good point guard. He's a really good point guard. I think he's a unique and talented point guard. Me personally, I may be looking to send him. I may be, if I'm looking for assets, I'm looking to maybe send him east to maybe get something. I don't know what team yet. I don't know who has the ability to do that. I hadn't looked into the depth.
Yeah, but just the idea of it.
I think if you're going to trade him, send him east. Don't let him stay west. I just think the West is so deep that it's tough. It's tough to try to maintain and keep.
Who's the cornerstone in Sacktown? Fox or Sabonis?
I don't think it's Sabonis, but I think they're kind of like 1A, 1B. You know what I mean? They complement each other well. I don't think one's a mainstay over the other one, to be honest.
I get you. That'll put a bow here on the block from Haymarket Park. We both took our round of BP. It was hot. It was sticky. We both got a couple hits to fall. Stricky, appreciate you coming down today. Good round, my guy.
Yeah.
Have a good weekend.
Really enjoyed, man. Gonna be heading out to Andre Reed, Hall of Fame football players golf tournament. So I'm looking forward to getting out there and
got
hanging
your warm-up
out with
round.
the crew. The other side, though. I swing from the left and swing my golf club from the right. How crazy is that, right?
Hey, multi-talented Erick Strickland. Hey, good luck at the golf tournament. I know it's for a good cause. It's not about the results, but
out there in Pennsylvania.
But hey, kick some butt while you're at it. Represent the ticket well. We know you will. Don't go anywhere. We got old school coming up here from the suites at Haymarket Park. Just took RBP, Kyle Perry, Chancellor Brewington as well. Getting you set for the Lincoln Salt Dogs in Gary, South Shore. For Strick, I'm Austin. Appreciate you tuning in to On the Block. We'll talk to you on Monday from 2 to 4 right here on 93.7 The Ticket.
Gaina Trucking is hiring for heavy equipment operators and a heavy equipment mechanic. Working at Gaina Trucking is a great career with